Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA with hat hair, living in my car for over 2 years now. And tomorrow, I think, although last year it was the day before Thanksgiving, but I think because the way the days fall in the week, I think tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of when I relapsed with my dissociative disorder, depersonalization, derealization disorder. Oh, I thought I was going to relapse something else or collapse something. Anyways, I'm still struggling with it in a way. It was getting bad last night to where I couldn't fight it, and it was almost like being fed into like I don't know, a meat grinder, like a machine that clamps it down on meat and clips it and whatever and makes it into something people eat. And the thing about this disorder is I can't ever fully convey it. I've tried and tried for years now to convey what's it like. I can't. But the thing about it is, it's like mentally, I can affect it for better or worse at times, and or the only thing better I can do is just let it happen. So instead of resisting, which makes it like clamp down on me so much harder, it's almost like in my mind I was like, all right, I'll let myself go, just be squished and cut up and crunched into this like butcher machine. And I felt a little better today. And then work, it's just, I don't even want to talk about anything at work. The thing I've realized about working in a warehouse, for the most part, shut your mouth, close your eyes, ignore everything, don't talk to anybody. I didn't do anything wrong. Apparently I'm not in trouble, but I was reporting bad behavior by other people, not wearing masks, and then I got moved. So go figure that one out. Oh, no, but don't worry. Anyways, I won't get into it. Because here's the thing. Once I'm gone with that job, I'll never look back. I'll never think about it again. I just need the money, but also I try and do what's right. And I know the Baby Bootlicker Brigade, the BBB, gets really upset at the idea of like anybody wanting employers or managers or whoever to, treat people with dignity and stuff. I know, just for them, it's like, Angelo, your job also happens to be making me feel good about my worldview that a couple billionaires with 40% of the country a week away from homelessness is good. Oh, you're giving me anxiety. Mom, I need breast milk. I need more. I'm crying white tears because I've had so much breast milk, but now I need more. Hurry before I turn 26 in 2 weeks. I need more breast milk. That's how the Baby Bootlicker Brigade lives. Like, I don't know, they look at someone who's poor and has got kind of dark skin, and they're like, you look like someone that works for me. Why are you expecting anything good from a job? Don't you know that employers are better than human beings? They're not. They're not human. Actually, and the Trump virus doesn't readily transmit to employers. So you don't have to worry about them wearing masks. Just be a like, why, you don't even know anything? Anyways, Baby Bootlicker Brigade, for some reason, just doesn't want Americans to have good working conditions. I don't get it. If you don't like America so much, just leave. Just go. Leave if you don't like it. But I'm still struggling with the dissociative disorder. I felt a little better to give into it. It still acts up. I can't stand the idea. It seems like a year now. I'm still getting symptoms, a weird flare. It affects my senses. Like my taste gets all weird. I get a spot in my leg that I've had for a year now that acts up when I'm dissociating. That feels like cold and warm water. It can alternate. It's like circulating through it. And I know that's the disorder. At first, I had much worse symptoms. I had sleep paralysis. I could barely sleep many days. I was in terrible pain. I thought I might not be able to drive time at times. It's like it doesn't move forward the way I expect. It feels like fractals. And I have to do things to calm myself, and all those tips that supposedly work, they're bullshit. They don't work for me. I have a particularly horrific incidence of this disorder. But the point of my video, it's getting better. Tomorrow may be the most horrifying day that I'll have getting up for work and showering. I saw that we're having a big wind advisory, 25 to 40 mile per hour winds with up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts all around in the valley in LA, like San Fernando Valley, which is where I am. I showered in wind like that, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I have a video up of it. You can look up, it's something like hobo showers in 40 mile an hour wind. It was very painful. Like, I'll shower in the cold. I showered this morning in the cold, but some mornings when it gets really cold, I question, like, do I really want this, or do I want to just pay for a room because the gyms are closed? Otherwise, it would be no issue. I don't mind sleeping in the cold at all. I have a Sub-Zero sleeping bag, which I'm very comfortable in. But I'm like, should I just get this room? I found a place that'll be $500 a month. That's very cheap for this area, and it's basically because it's a very unusual living arrangement. It's kind of a co-op, so it's like a complex with a lot of people sharing the area. So that also makes the risk of Trump virus go higher. And LA is already facing the possibility of an order to shelter in place because of the rapid spread of this virus, and now millions of people are traveling for Thanksgiving, being selfish. Understandable, perhaps, although I don't respect really people gathering for family. That family, if you meet with them regularly, that's nepotism. That's the exact definition of nepotism. It's you're close with them because you're family. So I don't buy that. You have to earn your way into my life, and so far most of my family won't. That won't happen. So I'm going to have to shower in that. And the other bad thing about that is the wind blows everything, including the water I pour on myself from water bottles, including my shampoo and body wash bottles, including my backpack and my little spongy thing that I wash with, and whatever self-defense items that I may need to have, because if it's windy, they might not be out, but there's creeps out. Who are like stalking around the area where I'm in. Sometimes they're drinking, you can see a can in their hand, making noises, screaming. Last night, some guy tried to get in my car. He was knocking on my window. It fucking pissed me off so much, but I should have screamed at him. I don't know why I bothered being nice at all. He knocked on my window while I had these pieces of cardboard I cut up, and I spray paint them black, so I put them up in my window to have privacy. And he knocked on the passenger window here, and I was like, what do you want? And I could tell he wasn't security or anything, and this is a place where lots of people sleep in their cars, so it wasn't that. He's like, hey, I'm looking for my homie. How fuck exquisitely stupid can you be to think he's... Now, he probably didn't think he was in here. He was either high or had some mental issue, or he was just like trying to get in and rob me or and attack me or something. And I had the window barely cracked. I was clutching something to be able to defend myself if I had to. I started filming on my phone after a little bit. He just would not go away. And I was filming, but it was so dark I couldn't tell whether the camera was pointing forward or backwards, so I had to kind of turn it. That's why, if you see the video from yesterday, it's kind of weird. Like, I titled it something like "Creep tries to get into my..." Creep looks for his friend in my car. I couldn't tell, so I was like holding it up like this to myself with him in the window here. I said, "Leave me alone." He's like, "All right." So tell me your ideas of what he was trying to do. He didn't look in his eyes visibly that messed up. I know that may not mean anything, but I've been around enough people, and I worked in a bar for 5.5 years, so I've seen drunk, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of times, and well, people didn't really get drunk there all the time. But I've seen drunk, most people just drinking lightly, I have to say, and we were very responsible about serving alcohol. But I've seen drunk people plenty. He didn't seem drunk at all. Maybe high on something, I don't know, but it didn't seem like a high that was super obvious. I don't know, but then again, I've seen people like that too, where, I find out, oh, they did something, they're on something, and I
it's not quite clear. They're not necessarily tripping in front of you. But I want to know what you think he was trying to do. And definitely next time anyone tries to do that, slamming the horn, hitting the lights, pulling down the and screaming to get away. It was kind of awkward to try and start my phone up and, you know, record and everything. So I was lucky I was able to do that. But looking at my paycheck too from this warehouse job, I've been trying to work as much as possible, like 6 days a week, which they're letting me do. And then December we'll be working 6 days a week. But for now, they've been letting me do it 6 days a week, and I'm surprised how much taxes take out, which I'm not necessarily objecting to. I think they should tax the rich a whole lot more. Then maybe they'd be able to figure out how to make it easier on people who make very little like me, so because that money goes a lot further. But I think yeah, you should pay something. I mean, you should pay taxes. But anyways, I was really surprised, and not like I was horrified by it. I was just like, oh, I had no idea. I thought maybe they messed up my check. I'm like, this doesn't add up at all. I'm like, oh crap, man, I got to deal with the administrators and stuff. I got to figure out why my check's off. And I was able to see my first paycheck, like in my online profile for my job. I'm like, oh, already that was $64 they took out in taxes. Wasn't even a big check at all, because I only worked 4 days my first week, and that's what it was for. Compared to, you can imagine, 6 days. What it was, I can't see it yet, but I've seen my check. I got paid, but I'm like, oh, that's that may very well just be taxes. Because definitely if I worked 5 days, it wouldn't. I thought, well, maybe I didn't clock in right on one of the days, so I'm only clocked in for 5 days. But if I was clocked in 5 days, there was no way it would be that high. It would be way lower because of taxes. So I don't know what my point is, but it's going to be slow going to save money, and that's why I'm like, can I just get through it? Can I just get through the cold showers to get to work and taking dumps wherever I can? It was desperate the last 2 days, trying to squeeze them in at work on my lunch break, and we have 10-minute breaks in there. I had to go so bad, and the only toilet that I can really reliably use is like 7 or 8 miles away in a park at a porta potty, and I don't always feel like driving there, and I don't always know once I'm there if I'll be able to go. So that's tough, but I'm like, is it really worth it? Because that's a lot of money I'll be spending, and I'm not making as much as I thought I would because of the tax situation, which again is fine. I wish I just got more hours or we were paid more, but I got to save as much money as possible. I have no other reason for doing this job really other than, yes, surviving, but I want to get a bunch of film equipment that's not massively expensive. I don't know why I'm leaning like that. But it's going to cost a bit, at least $5,000 minimum to get started with it all. So that's not a huge expense for film stuff. One lens, like really good lens, could be that, or a camera could even cost more than that. Or whatever else, a dolly track or something. I'm not trying to buy a dolly track. Too much light in the background, so it's, yeah, it's kind of washing out my face. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, thinking how, like, I can get through the showers every day. Right today, though, I was thinking, oh man, I need to get into a place. It was damn cold this morning, but I'm just getting through it every time. Every time I shower in the cold and get up and think, oh, I can't deal with it, I almost like look forward to it when I'm going to open that door, because it feels colder in my car, weirdly, than when I step out. I don't know why. Once I step out, it's like I'm looking forward to it now, even though it is cold and the wind is going to be awful. But I need to save that money, and $500, do I really need that just for basically a toilet and a shower? I don't need anything else. I can sleep in my car fine. Excuse me. But the gym is closed, unfortunately, so that makes that difficult, and it's not going to open anytime soon. And People are senselessly and selfishly, I have to say, traveling for Thanksgiving. I'm just trying to work as much as humanly possible. I know the baby bootlicker brigade, they're like torn. They're like, wait, what? He's poor. He shouldn't make money, but why does he want better working conditions? And if you're working, ask for less money. Don't make much. I know things don't confirm your worldview. That's the problem with reality. Facts don't care about your feelings, bootlickers, the whinging conservatives, and people who revere rich people, even though rich people don't give a damn about you. So, I just got to get through it. I don't know if I'll even film it tomorrow, because it's really a hassle to film it, too. Like, when I'm in that much pain, it's like it's hard to think straight. It knocks the wind out of me, gets my heart rate up. But, got to do it, and just go to work, and all I can do to keep motivated is at work while I'm just sorting boxes. That's it. Like, there's no additional tasks, thank goodness. I'm not like, filling out order forms or anything. No, it's just pull boxes, sort them. And all I can do to stay motivated is just keep thinking, okay, I'm going to get over this, get through this, the dissociative disorder, and get my film gear. It's going to take at least a few months if I don't have any other major expenses, but got to do it. So let me know what you think that guy was trying to do to me last night.